Hello, hello, it's Vanessa with Clemens Crafts. I wanted to continue with the second video in making my first junk journal series. and today I wanted to add the signatures to the inside of my book. However, see our book here. I learned from watching the tutorials that is quite an extensive effort, especially for someone who has never done it before. So I'm going to show you how far I got, okay? So, oh, and I also learned that I really didn't need to extend my muslin all the way to the edge of the cover. I honestly could have stopped here, but it's done now, so be it. It doesn't look bad anyway, but I will eventually probably be covering that up. Now I wanted to go over the tools that we would need because I won't do that on the second part of this video because I want to just jump right into it. Of course, our book cover with the reinforced spine, okay, or if you have the spine liner intact, a ruler, of course, pencil, scissors, glue. I am still going to be using my Fabri-Tac, and I also have art glitter glue that I will be using, and a scrap of cotton fabric, which I will show you guys in the next video because, like I said, I had to divide this part. I'll explain why. And then, of course, thick cardstock for the spine. I'm going to be using a manila folder for that because Nick from Booksmith did that. So that's what I'll be having with this. And then pages for the signatures, okay? So I will have... okay, because I'm following her tutorial, I'm going to have 7 signatures in this journal, 6 pages each, which is 42 sheets of paper, okay? And also, I'm going to be using a bookbinding kit, which I actually got from Amazon. And this will also be, here's the kit. Now, this will also be in my monthly giveaway. Now, this wooden part is not. The wooden part with the white insert here, looks like a corner of molding there. That won't be in the giveaway. This is a kit that I actually got from watching one of Sheila's videos at Boho Daydreams. Oh, and I don't have it written down. Anyway, I will link it below. But this is the Amazon bookbinding kit that will be in my giveaway coming up on the 1st. And it's really cool. It has the needles, has the thread, another ruler, like we needed one of those. But hey, you can never have enough. Some cute little snipping shears right there. Another bone folder, which is really cool. And then an awl. I mean, wow, it came with all this. And so this part, pardon the dog hair, that would be Charlie. But anyway, I don't even know how it got on here because it's been up on my bookshelf. Anyway, but once I do get ready to put the holes in my signatures, I will be using this kit. And it was a really good deal. I think it was like 35 bucks for this. And it's just, and it actually comes with an awl. And then, of course, my book binding kit from Amazon also came with an awl. So I actually have 2 of these now. Woo! But anyway, so I'm going to have all this at the ready for when we actually do put that in the book. Let me see. Oh, and also Nick recommends lace for headband or a scrap of fabric and twine. I will be using lace for my headband because I've already decided on the inside of this, I want to have a little bit of lace coming out on the edge. And so I'm going to use the same lace that I will have peeking out around the edge. I will also be using that for my headband, which of course I will show my progress with that as we go. Okay, so here's the first thing, right? In our next step, we have all of our equipment. It was to get our signatures, paper for our signatures. Let me tell you, if you have never done this before, I ran into a conundrum, okay? And I even sell paper packs, okay? And the pages that I'm about to show you guys, they're in my paper packs, okay? So I thought, oh, no big deal. Going to grab 42 of these. I sell 50 in my packs. So I thought, I'll just grab a paper pack. It's no big deal. Ha ha ha. I peeked ahead at the tutorial and noticed that when you get your pages, you're then going to fold them in half, poke the little holes, do the sewing, right? Seems so easy until you're starting to pick out those pages. Now, the reason I have this text block, this is the actual, what came out of this book originally, okay? Let me turn that light on, it may help. And so I thought to myself, it would be really good to have one of these signatures so that I can measure this signature and cut my paper to exactly the measurements that I need. No big deal. It'll be a breeze. Right? Okay. So I get into picking out my papers, and I have them divided, okay, by my signatures, okay? So like I said, she recommends having 7 signatures, an odd number of signatures. And so I'm going to have 6 pages in each of my signatures, okay? So this is one, which of course was no big deal. I could see, boom, folded in half, no big deal. So there's page 1. Well, then I get into, oh no, page 2. If I fold it in half, what is that? Like, what is that going to be? It's going to be a little silly, right? Let me fix my lighting. And so what I decided to do was kind of rig a wider sheet so that, see, I used washi tape. Thank you, Michelle. My friend Michelle, I messaged in our group and I said, oh my goodness, what do you guys do when, you know, you have this paper you want in your journal, but it, when you fold it in half, it's obviously not going to be the page you wanted. And she recommended washi tape. She said, oh, you use washi tape. And I thought, oh my gosh, okay. Because I'm going to tell you, before this, the only thing I ever used washi tape for was making cards or using as some kind of decorative line, you know. So this is some washi tape that I simply put on a piece of copy paper, okay? So now when I fold this in half to do my, and isn't that cool? When I fold this in half, I will be able to see this image in my journal now. So there's my second page. Again, washi tape for, this is a Zane Grey piece of story here that I have, The Last Trail, from one of my books that I am tearing apart for the paper packs. And it had these major old holes in it. And I thought, when I'm sewing, how do I know that that's actually going to hold? Because it was so worn out. And again, washi tape. So there's my page 3. This is page 4, which is the sort of linen, beautiful, beautiful paper that I get. It still has like a watermark on it. I love this paper. I have sheets of this in my paper packs. And then this is a paper that my dear friend Elizabeth sent me a long time ago, before I ever thought about making my own journal. And again, it was very, very old and ripped in some places. So now I've reinforced it. I have another page. And then this is some beautiful cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby. So there we go. There's my pages for my first signature, okay? So I just wanted to point out to you that it took some time for me to figure that out, because, oh, just grab 6 pieces of paper is not as easy for a newbie like me. It actually stumped me. Okay, so this video is going to be only about the paper because that's as far as I got. And I'm trying to keep these at like 10 minutes a piece or so, you know. This is my second signature paper pack. So again, this is some avocado dyed paper that I made. And I just simply, you know, technically, I guess this could be 2 pages. I don't know. What do you guys think? But anyway, I counted it as 1, I think. And then coffee dyed handmade paper taped to just a piece of copy paper. Washi taped. It looks really cool. I thought that washi tape looks really good. So there we go. There is, I guess, technically 2 or 3, whatever. Coffee dyed paper, 3. 4, yes, it's going to be small. I'm not against having a couple of cute little small pieces in my signatures. In fact, I think it'll look really good. And this is another index from one of the books that I have torn down. It's an advertising mill book that I have for my paper packs. And this is a page from Wide Awake. Again, it was very old, had some holes in it. And so now I put the washi on there, and when I sew it, I do not have to worry. It's going to be there. It's going to hang with us. And then this is my third pack of papers for my third signature. I saw someone put a doily in the center of their journal, and I really love that idea. So I have a little doily here, avocado paper again, with just a little piece that my friend Becca sent me actually in my Happy Mail. And this is coffee dyed sheet from a it was one of those books that it's a replication, a reproduction of a Lady Godey's book. So I coffee dyed that. This is a piece of blank ledger paper. Again, had some tears because it's just so old. It's very fine. And now I don't have to worry because it's got the washi on it. And then another piece of the cardstock from Hobby Lobby. So there's my third signature. Here's my fourth signature, is the linen paper that I have in my paper packs. I love linen paper. It's just beautiful. Either side, it's gorgeous. You just cannot go wrong with linen paper. I love it. And then this is a copy of on linen paper of Morris, his work. And all I did was, this was before I talked to Michelle and knew about the washi. I just used art glitter glue and glued it there so that when I fold this in half, I will have some vellum and the linen paper there. So that is another page. I want to make sure I'm not mixing these up. This, of course, is something. I'm telling y'all, I had to rig all this because I was like, look, this is a paper that I have in my paper packs. Well, what would I do if I'm folding that in half? It's going to look awful. So I thought, okay, hold on. I can do halfsies this way, and then I'll have this image will be showing, and then of course my railroad ledger. And honestly, I will probably do my stitching here is where I folded it in the middle so that that whole sheet will show, this whole sheet will show. You see how I did that. Again, took me a minute to figure that out. And here is a 1933 phone directory. I think, you guys, this is one of my last pages of that. I've been putting those in my paper packs and I'm about out. Another little green handmade paper that I love so much. And then here is, oh my gosh, I've lost count. I don't know, 7, 6, 5, fifth pack, fifth signature. Again, washi, washi, washi. I washied this so that I could have this whole piece of textured paper. I think will look really good, especially with like a tag or even making that a pocket. I'm not sure. And then a music sheet here. Again, when I fold it in half, I will be able to see the whole page and still have my textured paper there. I may end up trimming that off. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Let me see here. And coffee dyed paper. That was easy. Fold that in half. Copy of a vintage art book that I had purchased. Again, easy, fold in half there. This one is going to be small, and I'm okay with that. Fold it in half, it's going to be tall and skinny. And then again, I wanted plenty of room for writing, so I did glue this on the back of some copy paper so that when I fold it, I'll have some blank paper here as well as the writing page. I won't have to worry about that. And then this is a book page. This is a Spanish story page that of a book that I break down for my paper packs. Clemencia, I think is the name of it. And again, fold it in half, no problem. And then here we are on, this is my 6th pack of paper for my signatures. And this is blank ledger. Again, I reinforced it with washi. And this one was one of the first ones I was like, wait a minute, if I fold that in half, it's gonna look crazy. So again, here's this, and this was before I talked to Michelle. I used glue, but you know, when I fold it in half, this is the theory, people, okay? This is theory. How is this really going to work? I have no idea. But my idea is to put the stitches here. So we'll see how this turns out. And this, I love this. I love this paper. I got this from Hobby Lobby. I put that in my paper packs. I always have some kind of texture paper, and I love that. And this is a little booklet that I purchased. And again, when I fold that in half, it'll be so cute. And then I have, this is a digital image that my friend Lori created and sent to me. And I'm thinking this is the right side up. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I think so, because there's doors, some roses. She is a fabulous digital artist, and I cannot wait till she starts making digipacks because I'm going to be a big fan. So that's one of her pages. And then this is from a Thyme issue that I have. It's a map. So I thought, yeah, again, I mean, it's going to be folded. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then this is my last signature pack. This is the 7th. This is one of the agriculture pages from the actual book that we are using. And this is avocado dye paper. And this is from the Hobby Lobby book of scrapbook paper, cardstock. I love so much. I love that whole collection. This is one of the sheets that was, you know, I didn't want to fold it in half, so I just stuck it on some copy paper so that when I do fold it, it will be big enough. This is the specialty paper from China that I order, and it's magnificent texture. I love it so much. It's very sheer, and it just adds so much texture. I love that paper. And then this again, small lined, and I wanted to be able to use the entire part to write on. Oh, whoops, I've got it upside down. So I glued that onto some copy paper so that I will have, I'll probably end up trimming that white off. But again, I can sew here in the center of that. And this is from one of the bird books that I'm using in my paper packs. That is so cute. I love this little bird book. It's got some really good images. And then finally, this is a piece of parchment paper that I got from my friend Patty at Sacred Mementos. And I do know that it will need to be trimmed. Probably even cut this and then just fold it in half that way. But you guys, that is as far as I got, okay? That's as far as I got with that part of the, you know, experiment, I'm going to start calling it. Just kidding. So now I know that the next part that Nick was saying was to take your signatures and then, you know, once we get them folded, you know, we're going to see, you know, we're going to have to cut down what's sticking out, you know, or too tall or too wide. We will end up, but see now I'll have this so I can just measure a signature out of this original book, use these measurements to cut my signatures down, and then I'll know that it will fit, no big deal. And that's it for this part of the tutorial. I have been so busy. We have a wood fence around our backyard, and it goes up half of our side yard, and it is a horizontal wood fence, and every 2 years we clean it and then re-water seal it. And it is a job. Okay, I live on about a half acre, and this fence runs I think 3/4 of my property. So it is no small job, and that is what I've been up to. Also, I wanted a quick sneak peek. I'm going to fit in a video. I won a bid on a group of antique photos, and it turns out they all belong to this one family, one or two families, I believe. And these weren't together in the package, but I was looking through it, and you know, this man's face is so, he's got characteristics that really stick out to me. And when I came across this one later, I realized that I think this is him when he was older. And it turns out it is. And this is Charles Robert, and then I believe their last name is Willits. But then you look here on this one, right here, Charles Robert Willits. So I was right. It's the same guy. So anyway, I will be doing a sneak peek video of those pictures because they're amazing, and I didn't know they were that cool when I won them, and I really enjoyed getting that today. So I was gonna give y'all a heads up. I'm gonna try to do a quick little run through video of this collection, and but that's it for this week. And then you guys, the next one is gonna be me folding these papers in half and stabbing holes in it, okay? And so it's probably going to have music in the background because there may be some choice curse words. We'll see how it goes. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.